What's up everybody, Grinikami here, and this is my review for Bleach chapter 556, The Wolfsbane. Now, this chapter was quite interesting, I have to admit, and I really liked it. Basically we start off and we just see that Shinji was one-shotted. One-shotted, man. I think that's awesome because he's always made out to be one of the stronger captains, which I do believe he actually is. So the fact that Bambietta was able to do this is awesome, okay? Now, I really like Bambietta. If you've been watching my last few reviews with her in the chapter, you just know I like Bambietta, so I was delighted about this. Now, I don't hate Shinji in any way, he's still one of my favorites too. But Bambietta is just awesome in this chapter. So we start off and we see that Shinji was one-shotted, and there's a massive explosion everywhere, you know. Basically, Bambietta gets around this dead Shinji Shikai simply by blowing everything up. That's awesome. I don't think any of us even thought of her doing that. So that's cool. And then she says she can blow everything up with the explode. Now, could Charles' Anime World mention in his review that this might not be actually her ability? This could just be, you know, Kubo throwing in the E words, but I don't know. I think it's going to be explode. I did actually originally think it was going to be eviscerate, and I was kind of hoping it would be because I think that sounds cooler. But explode's okay, I guess. She basically just fires loads of blasts down at Kamamura and Shinji. Even though Shinji's already down, but Kamamura he's still alive after all these explosions. And I think this is pretty cool because Kamamura is finally getting to show how strong he actually is. Most people never thought he was a strong character, and that really disappointed me because he is a good character. He's strong, he's loyal, he's a good leader, you know. So I think he needs to get more respect, and I think after this chapter he definitely is. And then, you know, after the smoke clears, we see Kamamura is still alive, which of course we all kind of expected. Guess who shows up? Yes, Momo Hinamori, my absolute favorite female in Bleach. It was so awesome. I'm seeing my two favorite female characters in Bleach, Bambietta and Momo, in the same page was awesome. I never thought I'd see that. Now, when Shinji appeared, I thought there might be a chance, but I never actually considered it. And I always thought she was going to fight one of Bambietta's group. I'm not sure which one, but I thought she might have fought one of them. But, you know, she's still good, it's still possible. But I just thought it was awesome the way she shows up out of nowhere. And basically, I think she plans to offset Bambietta's explosions, but Kamamura, you know, he gets her out of the way and says, you can't offset them with Tobiyume. You don't have an armor or shield. You can't defend yourself. And then Bambietta just appears behind him and says, defend yourself. You talk as if that bucket on your head is enough to protect you. And then he just goes to attack her, you know, and then she fires more blasts, and Kamamura's like, I can repel this. I have the armor to repel this. But then just as the blast comes towards him, he kind of cops onto something. Maybe, just maybe, he shouldn't block this. But he does it anyway, but he moves his head back. And Bambietta says he's smart for this because anything, she doesn't throw bombs. Anything she puts Reishi into becomes a bomb. This is just awesome. I mean, so much destruction she can have. I mean, we've already seen what she can do. Just imagine what else she can do now. She can literally blow someone up, which we've seen with Shinigami. But I mean, she could literally blow someone of captain level up because of this. All she has to do is hit them in the head. It's kind of like bullets on a real person, if you think about it. Because obviously captains are a hell of a lot stronger than normal humans. So, you know, you take a gun to the shoulder, you can live. Take an explosion to the shoulder, in this case, you can live. Take a bullet to the head, you're dead. Take an explosion to the head, you're pretty much dead, okay? So I think that's pretty cool that she's basically like a gun. Yeah, but obviously a much more powerful gun, if you know what I mean. So basically, yeah, her explosions cannot be blocked. This shocks Momo and it shocks Kamamura, and then she just fires loads more. Kamamura then tells Hinamori to get behind her, and he's basically protecting her and Shinji now. Where's Iba during all this, by the way? I'm maybe Kamamura told him not to come because he knew something like this might happen, which is basically what he told Hinamori. But yeah, then we just see a massive explosion, and Bambietta asks if he's still alive. Surely he's not dead just because a little bit of his armor got ruined. And then we see it. Kamamura is a fucking human. What? A few people did predict this. I thought it was a bit ridiculous, and I didn't think that would even happen. But it did. It happened. We also find out that Kamamura's clan used to be human, which is leading me more to the fact that I think one of the Kamamuras, like someone in his clan, was in the original Goatee 13. Now, we actually get a flashback of what happens in the cave here when Kamamura went off and fought his grandfather. It seems he's won anyway. He beat him, but he didn't go uninjured anyway. And basically, their clan's secret technique is the human transformation technique, which basically means they can revert back to their original form momentarily. So, if you like Kamamura like this, don't get your hopes up. He's not going to be like this forever. He might be like this for a while, but it's not permanent. Basically, they can go back to what they used to look like. Kamamura was probably born an animal, so we don't know about that. And Kamamura asks what he has to do for this, and his grandfather is just like, "Give me your heart," and Kamamura is shocked, and then his grandfather's just like, "Oh, you can't do it? All right, I guess." I guess you're not obliged to throw away your life for some stupid Shinigami. And this kind of pisses Kamamura off. So it's explained that he couldn't live in the shadows anymore. He abandoned his clan and just ran away. And then Yamamoto picked him up. So obviously, I think something went on that maybe Kamamura didn't want to live there. He says he didn't want to live in the shadows anymore. I think there's going to be more to that, and I think we will find out what that is now. I wonder, did he kill his grandfather? Because that's quite interesting, I'll admit. I don't know if he has. But, maybe we'll find out if he's dead or not. He probably isn't. It's Bleach, so. And then Kamamura says he's determined to, he will do this. He needs to win for the sake of Yamamoto. And he rips out his own heart and puts it on a plate. Too bad we didn't actually get to see that scene. I thought that would have been really cool, but we do get to see blood splatter. That's about it, but that's... I don't think anyone expected to have to rip out his heart. Now, I'm wondering, does this mean he might die? Maybe the momentarily thing is he will die, because Kamamura would have gladly done that, because, he's always been saying that he'd give his life for Yamamoto. So, I think it is fairly possible that he could die from this after this human transformation thing runs out. I think he's going to probably defeat Bambietta, and maybe not now, I don't know. It's too early to say. And then I think he's going to go after Juhabak, and he won't win. But yeah, I can see him doing that. And then we cut back to real time, and he grabs his Zanpakuto, and Bambietta's just like making weird faces and what's going on now, like. And then he says Bankai Kokujo Tenge Myo, and then we see this really demonic version of his Bankai, which is fucking awesome. Now I don't know if I like this better than his original one, because his original one was awesome. But it's called Dangai Joe, and I don't know what it means. Dangai could be referred to, the Dangai where Ichigo trained. We don't know. And we see this badass picture, of Kamamura standing there and his Bankai just appearing behind him. And this is just fucking awesome, I gotta say it. I'm really impressed with how Kamamura was in this chapter. Kubo done a great job. It was nice to see Momo, My absolute favourite characters have been appearing these last few weeks. I mean, last week we got Bambietta and Kamamura, and that was just, that's awesome. And we also got Shinji as well, and even the week before that. And now we get Momo, just throwing another one of my favourite characters. This is awesome. All we need now is Shunsui to show up, but he's busy. Now, could you imagine that you've Stark in here? Think how awesome that would be. Now, obviously it's not going to happen because Stark's dead, sadly he is dead, but nothing we can do about that. But this is just awesome. I'm loving these chapters. This is by far one of my favorite chapters in the past few months. Like since the Quincy have attacked the second time, this is my favorite chapter, hands down. Because I've always wanted Kamamura to get the respect he deserves. He's finally going to get it. People are going to stop calling him the weakest captain. Because, let's face it, he's not the weakest captain. Shinji was one-shotted. Kamamura is still alive, okay? Well, Shinji's still alive too. I know Kamamura had armor, but he seemed to just take it as if it was nothing. So, he deserves respect. So, give him some fucking respect, okay? That's the chapter anyway. I really enjoyed this one, and I cannot wait for next week. Please don't change the fight, Kubo. But also, please don't kill Bambietta or Komamura, because, they're both awesome. And while you're at it, don't kill Momo or Shinji either, because they're cool too. You can kill anyone else, though. I don't care who else, just don't kill those four. Not now, anyway. You can kill them later, but not now. Kill anyone else, just not them, okay? I think it's... Oh, and Rose. You can't kill Rose. Yeah, no, you can't kill Rose either. Rose is currently my favorite character, since Stark is out of the picture, and so Skin. So so that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Green Kami, and I will talk to you later.